So the nano world appears to be a pretty hostile place. Let's imagine I'd shrunk you down to be only 100 atoms big. So you're Mr. Atom Blobby. It's only about 10 nanometers big. You're being hit by things the size of golf balls, it's about 1% of your size, travelling at the speed of rifle bullets, about 10 billion times a second on every part of your body. So you're under a complete hail of gunfire, if you like. This is going to jerk you around. So you imagine you're going to be legs like this and legs like that. You smash this way, your leg flips like this, and over that side you're going to be doing some sort of incredible jiggly dance as you're constantly bombarded by this hail of supersonic golf balls from all directions. Now it sounds like this constant bombardment would make building nanomachinery very hard. But in fact, biology has evolved molecular machines that actually use this constant bombardment to make them work. In fact, our cells would completely stop if it wasn't for this constant bombardment. That's how many parts of the body actually works. There's quite a good book about this if you're interested called Life's Ratchet. I'll put the link below this video. But basically our cells contain several molecular machines that walk around our cells, transporting chemicals from place to place, assembling, disassembling structures, all the jobs that human builders do on a normal construction site, only incredibly shrunken. Here's an animation showing you one of these things, a kinesin molecule. And here you can see the kinesin molecule walking along a vesicle, microtubule, carrying something. I'm not quite sure what it's carrying, any molecular biologist could probably tell me. This motor protein is doing the job, it's walking along with apparent legs, even though it's only a nanomachine a few hundred atoms long. And you can see them walking up and down fibers throughout the cell, constructing things. But how do these legs actually work? Well, it turns out you've got your molecule here, and it's got two dangly bits of protein, and these are constantly being bombarded by molecules which knock them around. So it might be over here, over there the next time, and you've got what you're walking along. What you do is you lock one of the legs down and you wait until the other one's been knocked randomly to be over here. Then you clamp it down and release this one. So now you're going to be over here, and this leg will wander over to back and forth as it's bashed one place to another, till eventually it's at the front, and then it clamps down, and then you release the other one. So the thing that's actually causing the legs to swing is not muscles, it's just random motion. The constant bombardment causes the legs to swing one way or the other at an incredible rate, but when they're in the right place, they lock down. You can try this silly walk for yourself if you like. You can stand, lift one of your legs off the ground and flip a coin. If your coin comes up heads, you move your leg forward. If it comes up tails, you move it backwards. What you need to do is, if you put it backwards, you don't put it on the ground, but if it goes forward, you clamp it to the ground and then take your other foot off the ground. Once again, you flip the coin randomly, wait till you get a random forward motion, and then put that one down. Very silly walk, but that would actually give you the way these things are actually walking, so that animation really showed things as far more purposeful than they really are. In fact, it's molecular machines like this that are responsible for all sorts of things in the body. Our cells wouldn't function for even a short time without them. And in fact, they're responsible for muscles. The muscles in our body basically consist of a whole bunch of fibers attached to one end, and another bunch of fibers attached to the other end of the muscle. We're now looking at molecular size. This is actually something called a sarcomere, for those who know about these things. And what you have is these little molecular legs coming off the sides here. And what they do is they clamp on, pull downwards, and then let go. And so by walking and pushing and walking and pushing, the pushing is usually these random motions and locking and unlocking, it can pull the whole set of green fibers this way compared to the blue ones. And in fact, that's what's going on in my hand muscles as I write this on my screen here. That's what's going on to make your heart beat and lungs work and whatever motions you're currently making. So, nature is pretty clever. But the nano world is very different from our own. You're under this constant, intense, ferocious bombardment, but if you're clever, you can use that to help you do things. And that's indeed how the muscles in our body, and in fact most of the cellular machinery, actually works. Pretty amazing.